Hi, I'm Lance Harris. I've been part of the Chippewa Valley Theater Guild here since 2008. It's really been a home for me as far as the people I've met through the guild. In fact, the first show I ever did was the Awesome 80s Prom, directed by Bob Carr and Katie Schumacher. And I had never ever acted before, and I knew a few people that were involved with the guild, and I had always wanted to act. I had never done really any acting in high school or college, and I was already almost 30 actually by the time that I was introduced to the guild here, and it's just been wonderful ever since. In fact, that first show, the Awesome 80s Prom, is where I met my wife. So we started dating after that, my wife Hillary, and a few years later, Bob Carr actually married us. So we met right here on this stage. I've been part of a lot of productions here, some at the State Theater, even was able to do Cat in a Hot Tin Roof down at the Care Theater. But really, it was really life-changing for me. As I said, I had never really acted before, but always wanted to, and it gave me an opportunity to get into that scene. And next thing I know, I was auditioning for different parts and different things, and gaining some ground within this community as somebody that directors could count on for these different parts. And in fact, I'm sitting here right now in front of the house that I lived in basically back in March, where when all the COVID and things had to kind of close things down, we were right in the middle of a production here. And I played Homer in Mornings at 7. And this is my mom's house that I lived in. So it's actually pretty cool just to be back here and a part of it. But really the biggest thing is it's given me a chance to follow some of the dreams that I had. When I walk out on stage, in a performance, it's so magical, and I always have this moment before I walk out for the first time of a production or my first line of a show, and before I do that, I always have this big yawn that overcomes me, and it's crazy how that happens, but it started way back in some of the first shows that I did, and it really just becomes magic. And the reason that I think we do it as actors is to give the audience a piece of seeing this process in place, where we put all this time and stuff into these shows, and it's so rewarding in the end, and it's something that I couldn't live without anymore. There's no possible way. I took a few years away when I had my daughter Stella, but once I got back in the swing of it, it's a piece of your life that I couldn't imagine living without. I've done several productions. I was Felix in The Odd Couple, and I met some real good friends there too. In fact, Jim Finn, I still talk to him all the time, and it's brought us to do other things too. Some film events that we're doing, even the Vagabond film that's currently in production. I've met lifelong friends here, and I couldn't imagine life without the guild. Really, with everything going on, it really does need to survive. I mean, we need to do what we can as people involved and anybody else out there, because we have to keep this magic alive. And we really, I want to finish this show, once COVID's over. I hope that we can still do our final week here, and I still, read my lines, and probably going to take me a couple weeks to memorize everything again, but I really want to see this place full again after this is all done and over with. So, please give whatever you can and help keep this thing alive. And us as actors and production people, we promise that we will give you our 100% from now on. So thank you.